Okay.
Look at that, right on time.
Right on freaking time. Does this feel too weird? Do we need to switch back to our normal spot?
I know, I feel weird. I'm on the wrong side. Should we switch?
It's up to you. I forgot to turn that on.
I do feel weird being in this side.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Well, the main reason why I wanted to move you there is so that I can be closer to the fan, because you get cold a little too easily, right?
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm pretty normal. I think you're abnormal.
I'm abnormally hot. Like I run hot.
Yes. And I run normal.
Yeah. No, it's kind of my dream to get one of those 8 sleep mattresses.
I know.
To like cool me down.
It's low on my priority list.
Fair. That is fair.
Do you want to switch? I kind of want to switch.
You want to switch? Okay.
Switch seat.
I mean, you sit on the nice chair though.
Okay. Awkward. People are seeing awkwardness here.
Scoot over there.
All right. Well, welcome. This is more normal.
Whoa, we're like kind of like really cutting out.
Technical difficulties.
Are we dropping frames? No, it doesn't look like it. That's weird. Yeah, it's normal now.
It didn't like our movement.
Probably not.
Anyways, welcome.
Welcome everybody. Okay, so first off, we have to address where we got a show planned. We got some topics to talk about.
No, most importantly is that my mother figured out how to do how to chat.
That is exactly it. So I wanted to bring this chat up. Jane Sorensen, my mother-in-law, she cracked the code. She figured out technology.
She didn't know last week.
What?
You have to show me how to chat.
Bless your heart, Jane.
So she figured it out. Everyone say congrats. We knew you could do it.
We got people from Texas. We got people from California, Washington, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
We got Australia.
That's what it is.
Look at that.
Weenie.
We got Appalachian Mountains.
Delaware. Virginia. Need some more Taylor reactions. I'm working on it.
Oh, Taylor Swift ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to them. Sam, thank you. Jamie, you said you're going homeless. Reach out to us. But we'll take consideration. We'll prioritize requests and everything today. Can you actually give me that keyboard? Because then I can. Because
we are prepared. All right. Yeah. Well, let's get this show on the road.
Talk to us, babe. What's going down?
Yeah, just what we've been up to. We went on a trip.
Yep.
Jane and my dad too, but mostly my mom, Jane, watched our kids. We went away for a few days over my birthday. We went to Hollywood Studios in Disney World. Right?
Yeah.
Why did we go there?
Why did we do Hollywood Studios? Okay, so the main reason we wanted to go there is because we went to Disney a year prior, or 2 years prior. And really the only ride I wanted to do was the Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. It's the only ride I really cared about. And this is when Mandalorian just like came out and whatnot. So I still liked Disney Star Wars. Yeah. This is a story for another time, but I am so angry that this,
share that today.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that. Maybe we'll talk about it later today, but just Disney with Marvel and
we'll get there.
Okay. But so anyway, I wanted to go on this ride when I was still like somewhat of a fan, still a fan.
We were there with our little kids.
Right.
So they have a rule, like a parent swap rule. And I was under the impression that meant you could go in the exit line, do the ride, come back, swap kids, go in the exit line.
Right.
So I kept saying, we'll do that ride later. We're going to do that ride later.
Right. But what happened?
We went there like at the end of the day. That's not how it works. One parent does the actual line. And then the other parent can do the exit line.
Oh,
and it was already like late. The line was an hour and a half long. There was no way our kids were lasting. So it was like, we can't do it.
Nothing we can do.
That was the only one he wanted to do, and we didn't do it.
So
I felt so bad.
Yeah.
I felt so bad.
Thankfully, over time, it became less like I didn't care as much because I started hating Star Wars.
But you were so sad.
But yeah, that day I was like, I just wanted to go on the ride.
I know.
And I like said multiple times, like, I think we need to go to the ride now.
I know. Anyways, so then we went this time and we went to go get on the ride. And what did it say?
What did it say?
The ride was closed. The ride was closed.
So we were like, the only reason we went was for this ride. Boom, we can't even do it.
But I have eyes like
those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. Yeah. Let them hear.
So I saw that it opened back up. I saw the wait was like 30 minutes. It opened back up.
It was just it must have just been getting some sort of maintenance or something.
So we did go on the ride.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was.
So we did that. The next day we did Universal, and we did like the park hopper because I wanted to go to Harry Potter World.
Yeah.
You did too, but mostly me. And
I really like I do really like Harry Potter. So I was excited to go too. This was also a callback to when we were dating. Took her to Harry Potter World because she's a huge Potterhead. But anyway.
Yeah. So we went to the one in California then. So we were in Florida this time. And it's better. So we ate at the Hogshead. Was that the one? I don't know. Or the three broomsticks. The three broomsticks.
Yeah. Broomsticks.
And they have like really good food for being pounding out the food. They was yummy. And then we did the Hagrid ride. And we decided Hagrid ride wins the trip.
Easy, by far.
That was a fun one.
There was a close second. Not a close second, actually, no.
Hagrid was fun because it was like thrilling, but it wasn't like you wanted to die.
Exactly.
And you ride on, there's two, one's on the motorcycle and the other's in the sidecar.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. That was our funnest ride.
Yeah.
Of the whole trip, like Disney and Universal.
For sure.
And then we did, so then this other story from our last Disney trip, your old boss told my parents that they should go on the Aerosmith roller coaster at Disney World.
Yep.
Probably as a joke, but they listened. And it has become like their near-death experience. The story gets bigger each time my dad tells it.
Oh, man.
So we had to go on this roller coaster. So we did do that one at Disney, the Aerosmith, and it was way intense. Like we have a picture. We have a picture from the roller coaster.
We want to bring it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a super intense roller coaster because it just shoots you off right away. I actually have a video of the shooting.
Of the shooting? Okay. We're gonna test this. We haven't.
This is the new technology.
We were setting all of this up beforehand, and it's been a little buggy, but it looks like it's working. It looks like we're fine. So here we're on the phone. All right. So that was us in the Hollywood at the Tower of Terror.
Yeah, you can't really see it, can you? Go to the next one though. That's the.
We'll make it a little bigger.
Okay. We're figuring this out as we go.
Okay. great. Like those are
in the back.
Yeah, that's
that girl over there though. She's pretty funny. Look at her. She's dying. But no, we're in the back. So you're pretty happy. I'm like, whoop.
Yep.
Anyway, so that one was intense. But then when we were in Universal, we did.
You sent me more pictures?
I'm sure I did, yeah. When we were in Universal, we did the Velocicoaster. And wow, okay, so that video is the Aerosmith coaster. So I had to take the video of the shoot off to show my parents where we were. So it just shoots you off. And it always doesn't look as intense as it really will.
Yeah, but it does feel pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty intense.
Yeah. So then we did the Velocicoaster in.
Oh, on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be easier to cast.
Was more intense than Aerosmith. It was insane, but it was fun. It was really fun.
It was really fun. Gosh. Yeah.
Because you're going so fast. And then you're right in the middle of it. You're going so fast, and then you go faster. And I remember thinking, like, are we going to fall off? Like, we're going so fast. So I did find a YouTube video of the coaster. But again, like, it does not.
It doesn't do it justice?
No. We just shoot off like G-forces.
It is really, really fast.
Yeah. It's so fun, though.
Oh man, this is actually a pretty cool shot that they did this.
Yeah. This is front row. We were like in the middle though.
Yeah, we were in the middle. It's gonna start doing these like, you're gonna spin.
Yeah. We're going so fast. And then pretty soon, I don't know when it is.
This is only a minute and a half.
Right here. It goes fast there. That part right there. It's
shooting super fast. That was horrible. Horrible drop.
No, I loved it.
Absolutely terrible. Okay, this part right here.
Down.
Upside down, right? So it's corkscrewing it. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. Crazy.
It actually is kind of immersive. It's like, oh, this is fun, but you need to
here.
There, that was the crazy one.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Coming in for a landing. But yeah. So that one won most intense.
For sure, by far, easy.
But it was way cool. But we were with some friends that day who lived there, and they were like, we're not going to go on it.
Yeah.
They had passes to Universal, so they were like, we'll wait in line with you and talk, and then we're going to not go. We went, but I'm glad we did. It was fun.
I'm glad we did.
But after we were like, we're ready for like, the Dr. Seuss roller coaster, the little train. So, yep. So that was our trip.
Was it good?
It was great.
Was it good? Did you have a good birthday?
I did.
Okay, tell them that story about the birthday cake.
Oh, well, no, we ordered a Mickey birthday cake. We went to like a nice restaurant at Disney World, and we had ordered the Mickey birthday cake, and he had to go to the bathroom, so I was just waiting, and they brought the cake, and I just sat there
by yourself,
all by myself with the candle.
Felt terrible. The thing is, like,
if someone saw me, I just looked like the loneliest person ever. And then he was gone, and the candle was going away, so I just
blew it. You gotta go. You gotta go. But the thing is, like, the waiter should have like, oh, maybe I should wait for the husband to bring it out. But
it's fine.
Oh well.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Let's look at what are some people saying here. East Tennessee. Welcome.
South Carolina.
Presley. Yeah, you should do more Elvis Presley. Oldies and stuff I think could be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love the rock and roll coaster. That's the Aerosmith one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. Don't talk to my parents about it. They did not like it. Hope you had a great day. The waiter didn't wait. How rude. I know.
That's the thing.
It's fine. Anyway, so yeah. Next up.
What do we got next?
You're gonna talk next.
About what? Read.
DSMR, whatever.
Okay. I don't want to talk about
DR.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that anymore, actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we have a crazy story. This is actually, there's levity now, but this is weird. So, and we're not going to show this because it's a current story going on, but I get a message today about a therapist here in Utah facing some serious sexual allegations.
He's been arrested.
He's been arrested, right?
Yeah.
I opened up the article and it was my therapist. Like, okay, so this
and
is...
you loved him.
Okay, so that's, it's like super hard, yeah. So...
Like he's so important in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it was unbelievably trippy. So seeing that was really, really weird. He was my therapist when I was in a really bad engagement and relationship, like years before Allie. I've always struggled with people pleasing and whatnot, right? So I didn't really develop a backbone or anything yet. So honestly, going to him, he was helping me a lot with assertiveness. You know, practicing my assertiveness and stuff.
Like, you have a lot of thoughts on this. Why is people pleasing been a bad thing for you? Like, why did you need to therapy session here?
because so the thing is, when that becomes, there's nothing wrong with wanting to make other people happy,
right?
But it's when your number one priority is making people happy, a lot of things will go wrong, right? Yeah. You'll stop telling the truth. You'll do things you don't want to do. You'll allow more than you should allow. You got to walk overs. But again, there's nothing wrong with wanting to do things for people and help people.
Be kind, yeah.
Right. But that's any priority 4 or 5.
And virtue can become a vice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The number one priority always has to be telling the truth, right? So he taught me with like, that's what the practice is. When I say no to something, or when I say that I don't like something, it's because I'm just prioritizing truth over making this person happy. Because I'm going to fail at that thing at times when I prioritize. You
had just posted a quote about like, if you have no enemies.
Yeah.
What was it?
If you, it was a Mike Tyson quote. But yeah,
to the effect of like, if everyone likes you, you haven't really ever.
If you have no enemies, you are an enemy to yourself.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
that was good.
And it was Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
it was like pretty profound quote. So this is the therapist that helped me with a lot of this stuff. I remember when I was like, there was this one day I was weeping, and I just remember like it was the hold. Like the loving whole, like just he embraced me for a few seconds just to like, and I felt so much better, right? Like, and I needed that because I was away from home, right? So I didn't have my parents or anything, didn't really have anybody around. So it meant a lot to me. So seeing today, the freaking homie was arrested for some of this stuff. And I feel like it takes quite a bit of, well, you would hope, right?
To be arrested, it's like
you would.
It's not just an allegation. Like there's got to be some evidence.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see. Right. So we'll see. So I'm not gonna bring up the guy's name or anything like that, just because it's a thing that's ongoing right now. But it's like a weird thing to be like, man, I'm like grateful to this man, and he may go to jail.
Yeah.
It's like
it's not. It is like if it's true and this has all happened. Very, very, very not okay.
Right.
He should definitely suffer consequences and pay.
Right.
But that being said, it doesn't mean he didn't also help people. Like I'm sure.
So that's the weird part.
I feel like he probably didn't go into this thinking this is my plan.
Anyone can fall, right? If anything, he's a story of the fallen angel, right? Like it is. So that's why we always have to be vigilant. And humble.
I was just gonna say that word.
Vigilant. It's a good word. Yeah, it doesn't matter who you are. Greater men than me have fallen.
Yeah.
David, right, in the Bible, fell. Like, it's just what happens. So you're right.
It doesn't mean it's okay. It's not.
Oh no, and if he's freaking guilty,
like
go to jail, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like gonna be weird having that.
To see someone it's a very conflicted feeling, like, because you didn't know this was him. Like you didn't see that side of him.
Right. It's you know what it reminds me of? Bill Cosby.
Oh, right.
He did so many good things.
Yeah. And then it's like, wait, what?
But he raped 48 women.
Yeah. 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 That is exactly it.
That's exactly the story, right?
And it's just when it hits you out of left field, it's like, because sometimes people get arrested or do bad things, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
I could see that. When you can't see it, it's like it's hard.
So the lesson of that little story there, it's therapy can be great. There's gonna be people that help you who have easily the possibility of making huge mistakes. They may make them. I thought a little bit about like, man, does this just cancel out all the good that he did for me? No. He helped like there's several things. Hey, dude, thanks for helping me here. Hey, I hope you receive forgiveness and you figure things out in jail, bro.
Yeah.
If
we'll have to innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly.
But yeah.
And then last
arrested though is like
it takes quite a bit. Yeah. And last thing, just it's probably not a good thing to think like, oh, I'm a good person. I don't think that's a good, healthy thing to be thinking about. It's just how can I be good today?
Yeah.
Right. Focusing day by day on how can I be good.
They say the better you get, the farther you realize you have to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's that one.
Not just a hat rack, my friend.
That's right. I love that one. That's a good one.
I told him that thing a few weeks ago, and he was like,
it's not just a hat rack, my friend. I do like that one. I like that one a lot.
All right. Any more comments we should look at? Let's see. Yeah, East Tennessee, we said Elvis Presley. John.
If his trial is still going on, you may get subpoenaed. I should be careful, Super Dave. You're right. Which is why I didn't say his name. But at the same time, someone could very easily just be like, look up Utah News. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that would suck. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Super Dave, for giving us a little bit of a heart attack there. The Disease to Please by Harriet Breaker. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks all up my game.
AKA me. Yeah. I feel ya.
Man, when I jump in, I pick my times. Retired therapist here. Oh my God.
Oh man. Yeah. Just keep the parts that work for you and leave the rest. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Teresa says 25 years in the business. I saw this happen to professionals that I respected. Sometimes people fall off the path. Yeah. And I mean, the same is true of like doctors. So my dad's a doctor.
Sure.
And they kind of have the key to the candy store, and they can get, they fall and they can get addicted and bad things can happen. You have to be vigilant.
Yeah.
Because yes, greater men have fallen.
Greater men have fallen.
Anyways, well, on that note, what do we have next? Oh, I got it. Okay, on a lighter note, well, I don't know if it's lighter or not, actually. I finished the Britney Spears book.
We're going to talk Britney Spears?
Yep.
I can't wait.
Because I have so many thoughts. I'll try and, I don't know if they're all just jumbled in my head.
Before you get into it, to everyone who's hanging out with us, first off, we have I am going through the comments, like peeking through them. We got a lot of new subscribers here, people who have following probably for a lot of different reasons. The channel kind of picked up some really good pace when we started getting into country, because I used to freaking hate that music. And some people
love it.
It is pretty great. Yeah, it's pretty great. So we've changed our mind on a lot of things, and some of the things that we've gotten into have been Allie's idea, along with like people on the chat like Jamie and whatnot, like to check out Taylor Swift and all of that. So just because of that, we kind of got into Britney Spears, and anyway.
Just because her story is so interesting to me.
Give it to us.
Like I'm not necessarily like a big fan of her music. I listened to it when I was a kid and stuff, but I was never like a big fan. I didn't ever go to a Britney Spears concert.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
I went to multiple NSYNC concerts, Backstreet Boys, but I never went to Britney Spears. But her story is just so interesting to me, and sad. So the book, it's about her life. Like by her, I doubt she like
ghost ridden.
I'm sure there was someone helping her, but it does like the voice sounds like her, the way it's written and stuff. So yeah, she talks about her childhood and just how her dad was like an alcoholic. Just like not a great environment. Her mom would just yell and scream, she said, and she talks about how she would be up all night as a kid because her dad would be like passed out drunk and her mom would just be screaming at him all night and she would be frustrated and she'd go out and be like, Mom, stop yelling at him. Like he's out. But I think she was just exhausted. And she talks about how his dad was like kind of abusive and it was just kind of this generational thing. How he was really hard on him to be like excellent at sports, like, and so the dad was the same to her brother and all this stuff, and just so her childhood wasn't great. She she went and then she was a Mouseketeer, right? Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh, okay.
With Justin and JC.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Carrie.
It like helps make sense why he wasn't like La La Land and all that. Yeah.
So Christina Aguilera, she was on there.
I was always team Christina Aguilera over Britney Spears. In terms of like objectifying them, right? Like I thought Christina Aguilera was hotter. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so she's on that show. She meets Justin. And then at the end of the show, she went back to kind of her hometown. Basically, okay, I'm going to shorten this. So when she's 15, that's super young, she went and was signed to have a record deal. And she was kind of given this image of like innocent, good girl, right? Like even they were actively like saying she was a virgin. She says in the book that she lost her virginity when she was 14.
Oh!
Super young.
Okay.
Like that is so young. 14?
Yeah, that's pretty young.
Like that's young. And she says she was like having sex when she was 14. So I feel like that messes you up if you're like getting super young or sexually active super young like that. And then she gets signed. Obviously, she was made into like a sex symbol immediately, you know. And like partly she liked like dressing cute and all that. Like I think she liked that. I almost wonder if she like didn't see how it was like very sexual, you know, and she was so young. But yeah, I think the industry, I don't know what you'd call them, just took full advantage of that. And she didn't really have like parents to protect her from that, you know? Anyways, and then she just talks about all the stuff going on and it was kind of a little confusing because she would kind of jump around a little bit in the book. So it was like through her older years, it was kind of confusing. Like, wait, now she's here.
Jump Around, great song from the 90s.
Yeah. So anyway, so then, because she never said in the book how her and Justin got together. She never talked about that. They were just suddenly they were together. And I wish she would have like explained, when did you get together? Like, how did that happen? But she didn't. So I don't know. But she just talked about how she was so in love with him, just like could not believe how in love with him she was. And again, in the media and everything, she was painted as a virgin.
Sure.
She was not. They were living together. She was not a virgin. And it was like this huge deal. And it was also really weird. They were really obsessed with her sexuality and her body, like weirdly. And so I kind of was like looking at these old interview clips of her and they're weird. I should have found one to show. Like there's this old man interviewer in like England or Australia or something, I don't know, just like flat out is like, so tell us about your breasts. And she's underage, like she is a young, and she like clearly feels uncomfortable. It's just weird. Like it's not okay. And if you were the parent who was responsible, you'd be like, you cannot. Like
I'm sure, like and I'm sure you probably have more examples here, but like the point you're making is like there is a reason homegirls messed up.
Yes. So yeah,
it's a tragedy.
I do think she's gone crazy. I know there's a lot of Britney fans who will not like they're like, she's not crazy, she's fine. She's not fine.
Yeah,
she's not fine.
Yeah, poor girl, man.
She's a little crazy, but it's not crazy that she's crazy.
Well said. Amen.
It totally makes sense.
Not just the hat rack.
But yeah, so then she talks about So my opinion of when she started going downhill, she had this insane like obsession with her, like paparazzi, everything, was just obsessed. And that would drive me crazy. And then her and Justin break up. He breaks up with her. She says he broke up with her over a text. And they were like living together, like they were obviously serious. Before they broke up, she claims, and we had talked about this in the video we did, that she had gotten pregnant and he made her have an abortion.
Yeah.
That she didn't want to, and he was just not excited about this. He was like, I'm not, we're too young. So she says that happened. He did his video called Cry Me a River.
Great song, by the way.
So
Great
in the
song.
video, there's like a Britney lookalike.
Oh, really?
Have you watched the video?
No.
Okay, I hadn't either. I watched it recently.
It's
basically...
okay, so at first I know the song because I actually had a pretty cool cover for it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we'll pull out the guitar one day. No, I'm just kidding. No, we won't. It's way too embarrassing. And then my band in high school, we did a metal cover of that song. So anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in his video, he has the video is basically saying Britney cheated on me and that's how we broke up. There's it's like a revenge video and there's a Britney, obvious Britney lookalike who's the girlfriend and cheated. So everyone was mad at Britney. You broke poor Justin's heart. He is coming under fire after this book. People are not team Justin right now. So in the book, she said he cheated on her like a million times. And she's like, there was videos of him with dancers.
And again, all of this allegedly, right?
With groupies and stuff.
Yeah.
And that he kept, and she said she just didn't say anything. She didn't want to, I do get the vibe that she was a don't rock the boat kind of girl. I'll just do what they tell me to do, which is what got her into trouble. People pleasing. And yeah, so she said that she never said anything. And then she made out with Wade Robson. He was a big choreographer back in the day, and he would choreograph for NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
Oh, yeah. And didn't he have his own show on MTV?
I think so, probably.
A dance crew battle.
That was her cheat that Justin was mad about, was she made out with him. So she just made out. Okay, but that's what.
She did not lay with him.
That's what she says. So then he breaks up with her and she's just devastated. And you can imagine if it's all true that he cheated on her and then she was pregnant and then she went through an abortion and then he breaks up with her and she's got this insane attention and she's the bad guy and all the press, that would be a lot for anybody. So that's when things started to go downhill. I think that should have been when a good parent steps in and is like, hey, we're going to go away for a year and we're not going to do anything and we're going to heal and we're going to recover. But she just got right back into things right away. People wanted her to work. And then I don't know how long it was till she married Kevin. She went through a bunch of guys. She talks about she had this image of not hooking up with lots of guys. She was kind of pure, but no, she was hooking up with lots of guys. So she talks about it. And yeah, so then at some point, I feel like it wasn't that long, but she married Kevin Federline. He was a backup dancer guy.
Yeah.
And she got pregnant right away, had a baby with him, a little boy, and then 3 months later got pregnant again. So she had 2 babies really close. And people were even more obsessed. And she just couldn't go anywhere. People were really cruel about she's a bad mom. There anything they could do to go after her. She didn't look good because she was, she had babies and you're not exactly in your most fit when you're pregnant and postpartum.
Pregnancy's rough.
Yeah, it is. And so she kind of started going a little nuts. And she talks about how Kevin was just awful. Their marriage did not last long. They got divorced. And I think she was just I think she wanted to be a mom and wanted to be married. And she always thought it was going to be with Justin. And then it wasn't. And so she's just I'll take this guy. He seems nice, but he wasn't nice. That's what I think.
Sure.
And so she just wanted these babies. Okay. So then her life story, I start to disagree with her version. Because then she starts acting out and doing all sorts of crazy things. And she does.
This is the shaving the head.
She does the shaving the head thing. She does talk about how when she was doing that, she was just kept saying I don't want anyone to touch my hair. I don't want anyone touching my hair anymore. Like, I don't want anyone.
Interesting.
Which is, like, she's always had people like makeup, hair, this, like clothes. You're going to wear this. You're going to do this. Like, she just lost it and was just like, and she says, you want me to be beautiful for you. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not being beautiful for you anymore. So she acted out. Obviously, not a normal thing to do, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
You know? But yeah, and then she ends up getting her kids taken away from her, and she talks about how she's like still going out and getting drunk and doing this stuff and like acting out, but then she's like, I just needed my kids and then I'd be better. So I'm reading it and I'm like, well, I just don't know that that's the way to get your kids back, is to like go out and party. And you know, like if you really want this is where people get mad. What do you get mad at me? Because if you really want your kids back, you should show that you're stable. Yeah. That you're able to do this. But she didn't seem to do that, in my opinion. So I understand why she didn't have them. I also understand that it would make you devastated. Sure. Like, I would lose it.
There's multiple things. Yeah. To understand and be.
So then she has the conservatorship, which
with the dad. Yeah.
The dad. Which again, I actually feel like probably warranted. But I don't think her dad and mom, because she talks about her dad all the time, how terrible he is. I don't think her dad and mom were great parents. Like, they were very controlling, like down to everything she could eat. Like she was never alone. Jeez. Yeah. Didn't do anything. They had her on lots of drugs for a long time. She was on lithium for a long time. Yeah. Lots of antidepressants, all sorts of stuff. So
SSRI, like all of that. All of that's
like a lot
of stuff has been coming out about all that. Yeah.
And so my opinion,
we're sensitive to that in my family, by the way, because I have 3 brothers with bipolar, like who are bipolar, right? Yeah. And so they take lithium, right? So anyway, yeah.
But so my opinion, I just think that her brain just turned to mush. Like, if you watch old videos of her, like, she was always kind of like ditzy cute girl, like, you know, but she was with it. When you watch her now, like, she's not like with it.
The knife video was weird.
And they're all like that.
Yeah, it's weird.
She's not there. And I just feel like, I can't remember who I was listening to.
I like the compassion you're giving this. Like, that's what should be. So keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I just think someone had said this and I agreed. Like, she didn't need to be locked up and put on all these drugs. She needed to be taken away and just like given some R&R, do some yoga, like
be with your family. Like, only care about being with your family, raising your family.
Go on a deserted island with your family for like 2 years, recover, heal, eat healthy, all these things. Not go lock away in a house and take a bunch of drugs. Like, I just think it mushed her brain, and I don't think she's ever going to recover. Like, I don't think she will. I think she's just gone. And it's sad. It's really sad. And she like looks, you know, like and then she was with this other guy for a long time while she was under the conservatorship. And in my opinion, red flags all over the place. Who's clearly using her for her money. Like, they do not look like he just was really like way good looking. Yeah. And like, she's not who she was, which is fine. Like, she's older. Like, you shouldn't be 21 forever. That's just not how life works. But yeah, so when she got out of the conservatorship, they got married and they're already split up, which was not a surprise to me at all. Anyway, so that's Britney Spears' book.
What a tragedy. Honestly, it like makes you want to like pray for her and all these things. And also just, we all have these like hopes and dreams for our children and whatnot. Yeah. And the only thought that I am having with it, right? It's like,
oh, one more thing. Yeah. Just the part where like her dad didn't seem like a very good guy. She's in rehab and her dad came, sat 3 tables. She said he sat 3 tables away from me and just told me I was such a disgrace. Oh, and it's like, no. Yeah. That's when you give them a hug and tell them you love them. Like, that's what someone needs, you know? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Again.
Like, that would mess up anybody. Yeah.
So, yeah, like all in it just makes me think it's like, what is our goal for our girls? Yeah. Is for them to just want to do their best to be whatever they want to be. Like, and not doing it at the expense of hurting anyone else. Right? Like, not, we want them to be famous. and we'll do everything for that. Like
about like if you're a parent and you're like pushing your kid into fame, like
or like looking for your own glory through them. Like here in Utah, there's a big culture of like putting your kids through sports and things like that. But it's for you, right, instead of for them. Yeah. So it's a huge warning sign for that, because bless her heart. Yeah. Britney, if you're watching.
Doubtful.
Right.
All right. So let's look at what
for real, much love. Like for real. Yeah. Really
First
off, we got a super chat.
All right. Papa Wheelie.
Oh, Papa Wheelie. Papa Wheelie's the guy who sponsored. Okay. So Papa Wheelie's disabled.
Oh, okay.
Hence Papa Wheelie. Hilarious.
That's funny.
Freaking stud. Made me cry in a song. I don't know if you watched the video. Don't laugh at me.
Oh, yes. Okay. From Dawson's Creek. Read the audiobook. Oh, okay.
So anyway.
Hi, Oklahoma.
We got Oklahoma.
Kevin cheated on Shar Jackson with Britney. Yes, I did know that. I didn't share that part. When she got together with Kevin, he had a woman already who was currently pregnant.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. She says she didn't know. It's iffy if that's true or not.
One sec. Something is really bugging me.
Well, where did we go?
Don't worry about it. Okay.
I don't know what that was. But it's just Michael Jackson issues all over again. She never got a chance to grow up like normal kids. Yes. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Well said. You can use the mouse too, by the way, if there's ones you want to delete.
Yeah. It says, okay. Hey, Jamie. Yeah. Justin made people think Britney cheated on him with Wade Robson. Yeah. Well, she says she made out with him, but she says that he cheated first. And her little sister wrote a book. She's not like a huge fan of her family in this book. Like, I don't really love that. I don't think it's cool to shove your family under the bus.
Yet at the same time, it's like maybe there's so much messed up stuff that it's like, if it were me, right? If the same things happened to me.
There should be some loyalty. I mean, maybe her dad, but like with her little sister. Anyways, her sister also said in the book that Justin cheated on her first, like a lot. So, because her little this was the other thought I had. Her little sister was on a Disney show and got pregnant when she was 16 and kept the baby, and she's like a grown-up girl now. Like she's like,
jeez.
But her little sister is like very normal. If you look at her Instagram, she's married. She has a few more kids, and I think she didn't have the trauma of losing a baby. You know, like if Britney would have had the baby, maybe it wouldn't have worked out with Justin still, but like she wouldn't have had this with her.
This thing
seems to still be haunting her,
Yeah, bless her.
Yeah. Okay, David Lee Johnson, listening in while getting through the last 2 hours of work.
Well, you
are burning the midnight oil.
Okay. That's a good saying. I've known that one.
Yeah.
I do know that one. That's like one that I'm interested in. Like, where the freak does that come from?
People used to use oil for lamps.
Oh, that's right. The 10 virgins. Yeah.
So like the midnight oil, you're burning the last of it. Yeah. All right. What else we got? Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon show, not Disney. Okay. Anyway, so there's Britney for you. Okay.
What's next?
You have a dark side story. Dark side of Sebs.
Oh.
Or do you want to talk about your hatred of Marvel and...
I can't decide. There's so many things I hate that make me angry. So again, the reason we're going to... Okay. The reason we felt like this would be a fun thing to talk about in the live streams, it's like, I really appreciate everyone's compliments on like, that I'm a positive person and look for which I do.
You are
95% of the time.
90.
But the thing is, like that last 10%, it's not good. So things that I hate, I really hate. I like, for example, people. I love everyone, but the 2-3 people I don't like, I really don't like. Like.
Yeah.
It's not like I do anything. I'm just really don't like them.
He just wants nothing to do with them.
So there's a couple. Okay, this one will knock out quick. And if any of you on here do this, I'm going to call you to repentance, okay? People who freaking chew with their mouth open as an adult.
Even our kids, he's like, close your mouth.
Okay, so that's different. I can teach them what I want them to do, and it's gonna pay off. It's gonna be good for them to not be like annoying.
Yeah.
But this was
particularly cereal. People slurp their cereal.
So the thing about the slurping is that the food's already in your mouth. You don't have to suck it. It's in there. It's there. You just drop it in, pop it in. Man, we're see. This is where we risk coming out as racist, but we're gonna go anyway. So when I was a missionary, I lived with exclusively Chinese people for 2 years, and I don't understand why they had to eat cereal the way that they did. It wasn't shocking that they would eat.
Somewhere it is like good manners to slurp.
Probably. No. I actually do remember this because one day I lost it, and there's like, why the freak are you guys eating so loud? Like, and they actually explained it to me. So yeah, you're right. But it was like, again, this was like a mission, like developing my own faith and stuff. If there's anything that develops your faith, it's freaking needing to be around people who chew the way that they do. So anyway, slurping, all of that, the food's already in there, stop it. And also chew with your mouth closed. And then also, lastly, freaking Joe Rogan and Elon Musk ate pizza right onto the microphone.
No, and
Joe Rogan eats with his mouth open. I love the Joe Rogan show. I am literally having doubts just because of the way he ate pizza on the microphone. I was so angry listening to him. Like,
no, you texted me.
Like,
you're like, what's wrong with Joe Rogan? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. So
my sister said one time she sat next to you at a movie and she was eating and she's like, I was so scared.
Oh, really? Okay, that makes me sad. My bad.
I was like, I know, that's how I live my life.
Do you live in fear?
No, but I'm very conscious of my chewing.
I know it's not good of me. I'm sweating because just thinking about this, I'm really flustered. Yeah, so people eating. All right, now.
Like someone else. Carla Elaine. I noticed Rogan eating with his mouth open too.
Carla, you know what's up? Like, it drove me freaking nuts.
Yeah.
I legit haven't watched an episode since. I'm like angry at him. Anyway.
Yeah.
There's plenty wrong with Joe Rogan. Oh, we got a Joe Rogan hater. Fair. Other thing that I hate. Disney and especially with Star Wars and Marvel. You know what? Like, South Park said everything I needed to say with their recent special.
Yeah. But you're also mad at Marvel because like their story sucks. Like they've just.
Okay, so I understand that to them what's mattering a lot is representation, right? Means literally everything to them.
Yeah.
And I'm a beneficiary of people thinking this way, so whatever. Okay, cool. You're trying to be, okay, whatever. You're trying to be more open to people. But you don't do it at the expense of an interesting story. So an example, Miles Morales, right?
Yeah.
Made as a ethnic Spider-Man.
Yeah.
On purpose, right?
But a good story.
But he was so interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Like Millie likes Miles more than Peter Parker.
Exactly.
She I want the Miles Spider-Man.
I want the Miles Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that's awesome because it's him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So story takes precedence over he just so happens to be diverse.
Yeah.
And so he was great, right? And when that first movie came out, I feel like things weren't too crazy around this yet. Right, so it was just good, right? So we've seen them tell good stories while still also doing what they're tasking to do, but
is Miles? Those movies aren't Disney,
right? They are Sony, so fair, right? Yeah. But still.
But what's happened with the Marvel stories, though? Like I talked with a friend about this. Is like they've just built these stakes to get.
The stakes are too big that we can't relate to them. Yeah.
like all these universes, it's just like I don't even know.
But see, the reason Thanos was interesting, even though he was like, I'm gonna kill all of humanity, is that what was interesting about him as a villain is that he thought he was doing a good thing. Yeah. And it was really insightful into a lot of evil people have done those things thinking they were doing good.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
Yeah.
Right? And so it is still interesting.
Yeah.
But freaking multiverse, like Doctor Strange, that Multiverse of Madness movie.
Yeah.
Was there even like a main bad? Oh yeah, Scarlet Witch. She was the bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
they're just like everyone's powers are too big. Like the Marvel girl is just, she can just do
Captain Marvel. She's
no weakness.
Fully omnipotent.
Yeah.
She can't.
It's just like, it's when you go back to like Iron Man, you can relate. The story is like relatable, understandable. You're saving this little thing here. And like Spider-Man movies, they're pretty good because again, it's like your local Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that's what is more fun when there's just the stakes are so high, you just can't even fathom it.
Yeah.
It's not good anymore.
So I don't pray too much asking for things like treating like God or the universe as like a genie, right? I try to avoid that. I try for it to be like a question thing, like what am I doing wrong? Things like such, right? But I am praying for, like asking for, like I need Disney to kind of start going bankrupt so that they have to sell Marvel and Star Wars. It's like, and then whoever takes charge, it can be like, hey, those Disney Star Wars movies, they're not real.
Erase.
And oh gosh, that feels so good. Like, oh man.
Says Sebs, there's a beep on and off. Happened twice since you went black for a sec. Get that out. You're good now though.
Okay. No, very good to know.
Yeah, I'm so over. Let's see, Rush fan.
Actually, I do know what that might be. You read that well.
I'm so over computer generated. Well, now you blocked it. I can't see it. Oh, computer generated blockbusters. Good storytelling has died. It's been replaced by imagery. Yes. Like that's what we talked about with the remake of, which I know their remakes are also a thing, but the remake of Top Gun. Because they didn't use like CGI, and then you felt it different. Right. Like it was real.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
Like the stunt.
Papa Wheelie, I figured out the beep, by the way. I'm actually going to explain if people watch the replay of the stream what that is. I'm using the beep as a marker for me to know when to edit pieces out of the stream.
Later,
right? It was only supposed to go to track 6. It means nothing to you, but I forgot to turn it off onto the stream. So that's all. Anyway, so thanks for letting me know. Because
but yeah, that and then the Mission Impossible.
Look at this question. That's gonna be interesting to talk about. We'll talk about that in a second.
Oh, okay. And like the Mission Impossible movie, when he like jumps the motorcycle off the thing, like you know that he did that stunt. It's like way cooler.
Yeah.
Than just like CGI gigantic explosion stuff. Yeah.
We got a super chat, but it's not popping up here for me to highlight it.
There.
So we'll see it here. So Russ, sorry. First off, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Oh, thank you, Russ. This is fun. We're just hanging.
I know. We're figuring it out. So okay. Gigi Marie saying here. Oh, sorry.
Oh, my brother was quadriplegic. Jeez.
Yeah.
Unreal. This is an interesting question. Let's talk about this one.
Okay. Oh, other audio triggers. He knows.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and talk.
Screeching sounds, high pitch sounds, Valley Girl voice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like we were legit concerned when we had kids. Like, are they gonna have that like screamy cry? Penny kind of does. Millie didn't. She's always had a throaty cry.
Yeah.
Got a deep voice. But that bugs you. Yeah, the chewing sound. Is there other sounds? The main ones.
Yeah, those are the main ones.
But yeah, he's very sound sensitive.
Yeah.
But what about me? I'm not sound sensitive. What am I sensitive to? You know.
Oh man, this is a.
I'm always like, something smells.
Oh, that's right. She's a Wolverine. She literally smells every little thing.
I can smell it.
And they're always like,
the fridge is bad. I know it, and then I end up taking out the whole fridge to find the bad thing, and I always find it.
In our old house, I had to buy a microwave for the basement.
While I was pregnant.
Fair. It continued on later too. I had to buy a microwave for the basement, so that I could heat up my food away from Allie.
While I was pregnant. You didn't have to do it when I was not pregnant.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, that is true though, because the smells. I couldn't handle those smells. Yeah, they were bad. All right. Okay, well, I had one more thing I wanted to talk about. My little happy life advice.
Yeah.
Yep. So
we got a happy life advice, and then what else? What else do we have?
Super chat and saying.
Okay, so cool.
Okay. So I just wanted to read a quote. This is one of my favorite quotes. My mom shared it with me. I don't know if she's still here. She's probably not. She loves us, but yeah. By Mother Teresa.
Okay.
She was a nun.
I know. Familiar. You know what? Let's actually Wikipedia her really quick, because that's all I know. That she was.
You know what? That's really all I know too, if I'm being honest.
Mother Teresa. Albanian Indian.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Okay, Mary Teresa, but Catholic nun, founder of Missionaries of Charity, founded Missionaries of Charity religious congregation, which grew over 4,500 nuns. Peace prizes, Nobel Peace Prize.
She served a lot of people.
A controversial figure during her life and after her death, Mother Teresa was admired by many.
She did a lot of.
Like I that's what I know. Like she
did some research.
She's an example of she's an example of charitable.
So this is the quote. Now, when you look up this quote, like people, the words are kind of different here and there, but the gist of it's always the same and pretty close. So this is the one I found. I don't know if you've actually heard this before. Maybe you have. But it says, people are often unreasonable, irrational, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some unfaithful friends and some genuine enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and sincere, people may deceive you. Be honest and sincere anyway. What you spend years creating, others could destroy overnight. Create anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, some may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today will often be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the best you have, and it will never be enough. Give your best anyway. In the final analysis, it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway.
That was pretty good.
I love that quote.
Yeah. Whether it was Mother Teresa or not, great quote, right? Like, because
it is her. It's just some of the words are different.
Sure, no,
but the gist is always the same.
Again, so what it reminds me, one of the favorite things that I was told is, if you're wanting love, give love. If you're wanting to feel heard, go listen to someone else. If you want to do these things, like, go do that, right? And the likelihood of you then receiving that thing you want goes up, but it is definitely not guaranteed. But what it needs to become, it's like the priority is to still do those things. Yeah. Right? Like
do these good things and live a happy life and be content regardless of what the people may think or what the outcome may be.
Right.
Just do it and let the chips fall where they may.
Whether you're a Christian or not, the story of Jesus, right? Like him being perfect and definitely being innocent, but the way he was betrayed and tried as this incredibly guilty person to the point of crucifixion, like, it's just a story of, even when you're doing good things, like, the world won't, there's no guarantee it's going to be fair to you.
Yeah.
But can we take solace in, like, but at least I did those good things.
Yeah.
So that's
my thought for you.
That's a good quote.
Yeah, my mom said she's still here. She's the one who always shared that quote with me. So credit to Jane.
There we go.
Yeah. Anyways.
We got some controversy around Mother Teresa in the chat. That's interesting.
Oh.
Maybe a topic for another video. We'll look into it.
Don't dwell on that which you cannot control. When you do anything, do it to the best of your ability. Yes.
Well said.
Agreed.
Well said.
Yeah.
Let's end with our saying.
Oh, okay. I gotta find one. So we did not just a hat rack.
Not just a hat rack. Great one.
What was the other one? Burning the midnight oil.
Burning the midnight oil.
Yeah. Let's see. I should have had this prepared. Give a shout out to someone while I get this.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, I think we've maybe talked about this one. Bull in a china shop.
Bull in a china shop?
Yeah. Like
China, like dishware.
Yeah.
A bull in a china shop?
Bull, like BULL, the animal.
A bull in a china shop.
Yeah. You'd be like, you're a bull in a china shop. Like, I'd say that to Penny.
You're just freaking crazy.
Yeah, like, what would happen?
Careless. Destructive.
Yeah. Just like...
A bull in a china shop. That's a pretty good one.
But here's the funny thing about that one.
Okay.
You know the show Mythbusters?
Yeah.
So they did Bull in a China Shop, and they got like this makeshift, like all these bookcases and stuff, and put china all over them. The bull ran through, didn't knock over anything, like knew how to do it. So the saying is crap, but the gist, that's what it means though. Funny, right?
That's hilarious.
I thought it was funny.
China and bull in a china shop. Got it.
Just utter destruction without caring or knowing what you're doing. Just like when Penny goes to find a toy.
Yeah.
She goes into the bin and she just starts doing this. She doesn't look back. She just throws them behind her head. Right?
Yeah.
You've seen her do that?
I have seen her do it.
It's funny.
Yeah. Does not care. No, not a care of the world.
Not a care in the world.
Yeah.
Well,
children.
that might be all we got for today.
Well, first off, we got a super chat before ending. A penny for your thoughts the other night. Stu, thank you so much for the super chat, and that was hilarious.
Yeah, I've heard penny for your thoughts, but I've never heard someone say that. That's funny. I like that.
That's pretty good. Penny appreciates it. This will go to her fund.
Yes.
Oh, guys. Well, anyway, thank you so much for hanging out. That's what we got for today. We'll be back next Thursday. And I have a lot of requests from all of you guys still that I'm gonna get to them. And Allie and we'll make sure we also film some of those videos too, some of these days. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out.
Yep.
More videos coming soon. Peace.